everybody. My name is Zach Ramsey, and today I'm going to be talking to you about nuclear weapons and the effect that they can have on you. I just want to start off with a simple demonstration. Everybody would agree that this is a pretty powerful weapon in today's society. But let me show you what's even more powerful than that. A button. A simple button can change the fabric of your world. Remember this as we get farther into the presentation. Nuclear weapons have changed the very fabric of the world. Japan surrendered to America because of our use of nuclear attacks. The capabilities of nukes lead to a world where the entire planet could be destroyed with a single push of that button. Not that button necessarily, but buttons all around the world just like it. Russia, America, France, England, they all have capabilities to destroy this world 3 times over. And that is a scary truth. This scope of this problem is not just between 2 nations, but it involves the entire world. Millions can be killed in a single moment. The only viable method to solve this problem would be to destroy every single nuclear weapon in existence. Now, that is not feasible, because in today's day and age, we practice a truce through deterrence. Nuclear weapons are considered to be the greatest danger in today's day and age. Certain countries refuse to engage in military activities against one another because of the possibility of a nuclear war that would destroy both of the nation's populations. This kind of problem is called the nuclear deterrent. In the Cold War, the idea of a nuclear deterrent was extremely important for the safety of both nations, America and the USSR. We completely opposed everything that those red communists stood for, and we would do anything in our power to destroy that. But if we went to war with each other, we would have all been wiped off the face of the earth. But the reason we didn't is because of the buildup of a nuclear stockpile on both party sides. The threat of a nuclear attack was too real. Instead of invading each other with foot soldiers in a conventional way, the 2 countries faced off with who could build up the bigger arsenal of weapons. For over 20 years, the Cold War raged, and every person in the country feared an atomic bomb being dropped on his or her city. Day in and day out, death could come at any moment. But then all that fear crumbled down right alongside the Berlin Wall and the dissolution of the Soviet Union. This Cold War pushed the world into a new era where a few countries held more power over every other nation in the world. The ability to destroy every form of life 5 times over is a very serious power. The threat of a nuclear war is becoming more and more possible with no end in sight. If a radical country such as Iran were to obtain a nuke, then no country would be safe because they have no morals and will attack without a second thought. Israel has said in several different press conferences that while they deny that they have any nuclear weapons, they would use them if Iran was developing their own technology to develop and use a nuclear weapon. Many other nations have vowed a nuclear attack under the same exact situation. 5 countries legally have nuclear weapons, but there are 4 other nations who have these weapons which are not sanctioned by any national committee, and these countries are the ones who pose the greatest threats to humanity. India, Pakistan, North Korea, and Israel. These countries are in a very powerful position. While not as powerful as Russia, US, France, Britain, and China, they still have the potential to change the very fabric of the world. Letting nations like Pakistan, India, and North Korea obtain nuclear weapons is a terrible threat because they are radicals and can attack at a moment's notice. Throughout the world, people are constantly trying to find ways to disarm these nations. To do this would require covert operations and off-the-books kind of equipment. And if an operative was caught, first of all, he would get tortured a lot. But then, he would run the risk of sparking a world war. The world is not ready for this kind of large-scale conflict because of the huge amounts of risk it would pose if Pakistan was more angry than they already are at America. They would most likely retaliate in a nuclear attack. That brings me to the issue of defense. America is the most well-prepared country in the case of a nuclear attack. The reason for this is because of our near elimination at the hands of the red communists. We never wanted to feel like our nation could just be destroyed at a moment's notice ever again. So what we did is we started building up Patriot missiles. Patriot missiles have the capabilities of being launched from the States into over bodies of waters, say the Pacific Ocean. If Russia were to launch a nuclear missile at us, we would be able to send out our Patriot missiles and strike them down before they ever got over our coast. Though this is a solution to our nation's nuclear problem, it will not solve our universal problems of nukes. What we need to do is band together and to stop the spread of nuclear technology. The countries that already have a nuclear weapon will never disarm, but what we can do that will be a huge benefit to the world is to make sure that whatever nukes that are in existence are the only nukes that will be allowed to ever be in our world. If we do this, we will greatly reduce the capabilities of a nuclear war to break out. Nukes are very dangerous, but in a way they keep us safe and are very important parts of our world society. Any questions?